Well, the museum is closed, but I am right now at the Stone Church Museum in Casa Grande, Arizona. This building was built by a local fellow. I think his name was Sullivan, Michael Sullivan, something like that. And I think it was finished in the 1920s, 1920 something. How you doing? Nice building you have. Let's see. Well, I found me this plaque, and this plaque say that it was built in 1927, and it was a Presbyterian church until 1970. It said the rocks used in this construction were gathered from the desert and hauled down to town. The renovation of the sanctuary was accomplished in 1984, and now it serves as the local community as a theater and a meeting hall. The church was constructed by Michael Sullivan. I think I know who was built by. The local stonemason who was built the Women's Club, the stone building located just across Florence Boulevard to the west in 1924. So it's not an ancient building, but it reflects the old style of construction of the European Iberian constructions in the Iberian Peninsula, and it is a national register of the historic places. It's a historic place. And that is the other building, the Mr. Sullivan building. It's an engine, a diesel engine, very ancient diesel engine. Oh, I finally figured out what this is. I keep seeing this in the desert, and I could not figure out what it was. And it turned out to be a phone booth. This is a telephone booth for the railroad. Let me show you. I cannot see it. Let's see, calling ahead. And this Southern Pacific Railroad telephone booth is typical of the type used from around the world, around World War I into the 1940s. They were made of poured concrete and located along the tracks so that the train crew could contact the dispatcher. Railroad crews ceased using these phones after reliable two-way radios were developed. I think I read it correctly, because I just cannot see with this sun. I mean, it's brutal, the sun. And of course, apparently, he had a door, and this is what it looks on the inside. It's just poured concrete, and on the top you have the connections to the wires. Well, I finally had to get a hat because my head was being burned by the sun, but I'm getting the sun tan, so I keep working on it. Let me see if I can show you. It's closed, of course, so let me see if I can sneak peek through the gate. This is a fire engine. This is a Piccolino tractor, single engine gas. You have all these old tractors. Beautiful machinery. Now this truck, 1949 I think it is. I forgot the year model. A friend of mine, daddy used to own one. His name is Felix. I make videos for him all the time. You probably heard his name on my YouTube channel. Yeah, Felix's father had a truck just like that. I think it was a 2-ton truck, and we used to ride on it all the time. It was very pleasant to drive on that old machine. And I learned quite a lot from Mr. Felix's father about machinery and how to drive. Let me show you the surroundings. There's more machinery. I have no idea what it's that for. This looks like a plow, and you can adjust probably the height of that plow. This is probably 1930s, maybe even earlier. Maybe 1902, 1903. That is when machineries start being utilized. You know, the internal combustion engine was not actually developed completely to the full extent until very recently, until after World War II. And this is a plow. Not a plow, a motor grader. It's called a motor grader. And if you see this motor grader, has a tow bar. It's not a motorized motor grader like they are now. So I guess you can call it just a grader, not a motor grader. It's being towed or something. And if you see that that blade will move in so many directions to make a road flat. Very interesting. And I think that's it. And across the street is something else. Make sure I don't get run over. There's something else across the street, and it's called the Dillon Cactus Garden. So it's all about the cactus out here, and they're beautiful. Well, hopefully you enjoy it, and I'm going to post this this for you so you can have an idea about Casa Grande Valle Historical Museum. Oh, actually I can peek through here a little more. Check it out. All kinds of machinery. So come and see it. Casa Grande Valle Historical Society Museum in Casa Grande, Arizona, United States of America.